Hi, Virgo. This is going to be your reading from April 20th through the 26th. It's good for the sun, rising, moon, or Venus sign of Virgo. Just keep in mind it's a general message. It's not a personal message meant for just one person. And there are 8 billion people on the planet, so it might not resonate with all of you. Just take the message if you feel it applies. Leave it behind. It could be meant for someone else if it doesn't resonate with you. I could be picking up on your energy or the energy of a person close to you. Sometimes things can be opposite and in reverse in a general message. If you're a cross watcher of another zodiac sign, checking in because you have a relationship with a Virgo, you may have to swap the roles. Cross watchers, please understand I can only assign this message to one zodiac sign, so I will be reading from the point of view of Virgo. If you're checking in on a Virgo, just swap the roles. This could be for you. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. My email and some preliminary pricing is in the description below. Send me a message. I will get back up to you within hours or the next morning once I respond to you. Be on the lookout for that response and respond back to me promptly with all the information I ask for and with payment as well. And I'll get you in my schedule. If you wait more than 48 hours or even 24 hours, the original time I offer you will certainly be gone and we'll have to do it another day. But there's never a wrong time for a tarot reading. Okay. Timing is always usually just about right. So just be patient with getting into my schedule. If you're new to Soma Chandra Tarot, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Okay. So let's get into it for you, Virgo. So I can see that this week we have Scarlet, Cayenne, and White coming out for you. Attract success, build your confidence, but lighten up in the reverse. I can see that right now that you are wanting to attract success. I'm seeing like a Queen of Wands energy here for you guys, or a King of Wands. I think you're thinking about situations in your life where you can be more attractive and you can attract successful situations into your life. You need to be reminded that your confidence needs to be built upon. Build your own confidence and attract that success. That seems to be what you're wanting to do. You're wanting success, you're wanting to feel confident, but you might be having a hard time operating out of a place of clarity. Virgo, you need to lighten up a little bit. You guys are represented by the Hermit in the major arcana and often the Magician. You can be very focused and detail oriented. I always find the energy of Virgo to be deeply introspective and simple yet complicated all at the same time. Sometimes you guys do have a hard time with this white light and lightening up and operating out of a place of purity and clarity and cleansing. You guys need to lighten up a little bit here, and just keep building that confidence and attracting that success. It seems to be what you're focused on. I found it interesting that healer came in the reverse here for you guys. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. So, for any of you that work with your hands or are in the healing arts as well, I feel like your confidence is a little bit shaken. The card is on the table. It wouldn't be here if it weren't true. So, for those of you in the healing arts, some of you might be feeling a lack of confidence in this right now, feeling as though you might want to pull away from that path. Use your own discernment, but you do have abilities. Um, and you do have powerful healing gifts. And if you're not in the healing arts, this is about healing for yourself. You have the power to heal yourself and the power to heal a situation. You might just lack a little bit of faith, and you might feel like you're not on quite the right path towards healing in some way. There is possibility. They're giving you some clues here. There is possibility if you raise your standards and elevate your expectations. You do have unlimited potential. You have unlimited potential. There are possibilities. You can heal from within and others around you. You can heal the situations. It is possible, but you have to have good standards and elevate your own expectations, okay? There's unlimited potential in something. Um, you might be moving on from a situation that couldn't be healed as well to new possibilities. But I'm seeing here that you guys are questioning some of your own gifts and abilities in general. There is possibility. Raise your standards for others around you and yourself and work on your intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. So I think we're pulling back some intention here and we're not operating out of a place of clarity. You might not be clear about what you want, or someone around you might not be, and not able to put that request out to a person or even the universe or to yourself. Work on focus a little bit. Make a plan. Be clear and decisive. You guys are usually really good at that. It can be healed. There's possibility, especially if you operate out of a place of confidence and you want to attract success. Put out good intentions and be confident and operate out of that place of clarity and lighten up a bit for sure. Tarot that came out for you up until this point, this is the energy you've been in up until now. The Empress came out and Justice came out. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra right now, or you've got some of that in your chart somewhere. This Empress could be you. It could be a person around you. An Empress is a person who has very high standards and is often a mother or a married woman. At her best, she thinks of very creative solutions. She's a highly creative person that's very nurturing, very loving, very giving, creates this amazing, stable environment. She's the queen of all queens, often a Taurus or a Libra. And the Empress at her best will be the full embodiment of femininity and beauty and be very nurtured and grounding. She is an earth energy. At her best, she's not creatively blocked up. She's not dependent upon anybody else. Great standards, emotionally balanced, and fertile ground and abundance. Justice is here. This could have to do with a marriage or a serious contract or a legal matter. When justice comes, we have a choice to make and we have to weigh the cause and effect and follow the letter of the law. It's kind of checkmate, your move. We have to operate out of a place of justice, fairness, and truth. We can't be dishonest. We can't blame others. We can't lack balance. We can't get off balance. We need to be able to be independent of our mind as well and weigh our heart and our head. What's clarifying, so I see that we have maybe a choice to make about a creative project or a relationship that has a lot of commitment to it. It could be familial, it could be romantic even. It could even be work or a creative project. It could even have to do with the law. It's clarified by the Chariot in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. This is the energy of Cancer. So knowing that you don't want to be in a situation that breaks your heart or anybody else's. You don't want a triangulation of any kind. You don't want to have two parts of yourself separated by something here. You've been trying to work on forgiveness and release pain and be in a place of optimism. You might have been doing a little negative self-talk. This is also healing from disease as well sometimes. The Chariot in reverse shows me that this Empress, or you, if you're the Empress, or this could be someone close to you, the Chariot could sometimes be about distance, travel, and movement. Someone in this situation, if you're this Empress, you haven't been entirely sure what direction you're going. Again, mirroring the intention here in reverse. And not having a lot of clarity either. This Chariot in reverse is usually a person that feels kind of powerless and doesn't really, it's kind of where we're not entirely accountable for where something is going. You might not have been able to travel to see this person or vice versa. Somebody really wants to be the Empress and be in charge here and have justice be served, but we're not entirely sure what direction we're going. Maybe we're not moving, something like that. There's not been a lot of movement. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles is clarifying justice. So knights strike out on their own. They are not committed. They can be. They express. They act. This justice is calling for a breakthrough. This justice is calling for clarity of a situation and needing to operate out of a place of full clarity and have an aha moment that will bring success and doing the smart thing. And the Knight of Pentacles wants to do the right thing. It's slow and steady wins the race, one foot in front of the other. The Knight of Pentacles isn't lovey-dovey, but he gets the job done. And it can kind of feel like something's at a standstill with the Knight of Pentacles. He doesn't want to go too far from home. Some of you might be thinking about relocation of some kind for a creative opportunity that you think will bring balance into your life. But I think you're holding still here and thinking, how can I set up a productive routine? How can I work hard? How can I finish what I start and do the right thing and not be bored or stuck and be curmudgeonous in a situation as well? I see that the Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the clarifying deck, so lots of passionate new beginnings possible and a lot of growth potential in some situations, but this Knight of Wands in reverse is like the Chariot in reverse. Kind of lacks some direction, can't go. Both of these cards want to move and forward. and be very determined. The Knight of Wands is energetic and passionate and inspired and adventurous and impulsive and rebellious and excited. In the reverse, it's kind of a passion project, something scattered, delayed, on again, off again, hasty, frustrated. Yeah. So that's what's been happening, moving up till now. This could be a parent. This could be a married woman. Oh, I see the star here. Someone's a star. Someone wants a rebirth. Someone wants to feel positive and motivated and free. Okay. Let's see what comes out for you guys. You guys want a Celtic cross? You can apply this to any part of your life. And I will look at your environment. Most of us are showing up for romantic love or career, but family and even our own personal pursuits come out. Spirit, show me Virgo, Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus of Virgo from April 20th through the 20th through the 27th. I know I won't get to read for them again until then, 26th or 27th. Where are they right now? Where is Virgo right now? Page of Pentacles in reverse, procrastination of some kind. What's the challenge? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this week it looks like you guys are procrastinating on something. The Page of Pentacles in the upright is someone that manifests. It's often a skill development or a financial opportunity, or we deliver a message or an object, or we do something in the 3D. We take it slow, we take it casual, we see where something goes. This week, it seems as though we're lacking some progress, or there's some procrastination in getting together or moving forward in the 3D in a situation and actually exploring it and studying it and manifesting it and see where it goes. You or someone else seems to be pulling back. The challenge here is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So recovering from something, freeing yourself from a negative cycle, trying to break even after feeling isolated and worried and left out in the cold. I think you don't want to move forward in a situation because you kind of feel like you quite literally can't afford to do that. You can't afford to do that. It's the break even card. If this is career or money or financial for you guys and you've been looking for a job, some of you are procrastinating doing that, or you're not progressing in a situation and you're not going to do great financially, but you're going to kind of break even. This is break even, learning from failure, kind of back to the drawing board. But this Page of Pentacles sort of procrastinates on developing something. Could be a loss of something that once had fertile ground, perhaps. It could even have to do with a child. Okay. What's driving them? What's driving Virgo spirit? Ten of Wands. We are burdened. We are carrying a heavy load. Extra responsibility, hard work, trying to complete something. The weight of the world is on your shoulders. Not able to let something go. Page of Swords in reverse. I got two pages in reverse. So we kind of don't want to hear it and we kind of don't want to talk about it either. We don't want to do anything about it. We just don't want to feel left out in the cold anymore. You guys might, this could be your energy or someone else's that's on your mind. So a Page of Swords in reverse has problems with communication, hasty communication, haphazard communication, all talk, no action sometimes, isn't curious, isn't thirsty for knowledge, isn't thinking of new ways of communicating. Someone might block you in communication, or you're not blocking, or you're blocking something out, and you're not getting that curiosity out of them or out of yourself. We're hanging on to it, though. It's a burden. Five of Swords. I think there's conflict here. Yeah. Winning at all costs. Conflicted. A winner and a loser. That wants to stay in, though. So we don't want to talk about it, but we won't let it go. Okay. It could be relationship. It just, in general, something is, we're not exploring or studying something. It's a burden. We're trying to free ourselves from some kind of a negative situation. It can even be a spiritual impoverishment, recovering from financial loss, possibly. Procrastinating in some kind of a loss, or not wanting to study something because we don't want to feel that way again. Okay, what was the past leading up to this moment that's important? Yeah, there's that Five of Swords. There was conflict in a situation in the past. A winner and a loser. Fight to the death. We don't really care about emotions. We really need to fight for something. Eight of Pentacles. This might have had to do with work. Fought and then ignored the situation. Nose to the grindstone. Put a lot of work into it. This could have to do with career. It could be a relationship with work or that happened at work. Conflicted about what to work on, apprenticeship, a skill development here, but it's not moving forward. There might have been conflict in the past and you just buried your nose and tried to mind your own business and what you were doing. What else happened? The Hangman. And then you got yourself into a situation where you had to pause. Are we conflicted about work? I mean, it could be a different kind of relationship here, but the Hangman is where we know that we need to take new perspective on something and just accept something that we can't control. It's kind of a surrender. We put ourselves in a situation that we're not really comfortable with. We feel kind of backed into a corner here. It's Pisces. I have Pisces, Gemini here. And you just had to accept something that you couldn't control. You had to pause, or someone else put you on pause. This wants to go back. Okay. What's your soul telling you? What's the highest version of them telling them? What's their crowning thought? Nine of Cups in reverse. What else? Queen of Swords. Could have been dealing with an air sign. Nine of Swords. It's at the bottom of the deck right now. Six of Swords in reverse. This is a repetitive cycle that we can't seem to get away from. We go back to the fight. We go back to the fight. Can't let something go. Unfinished business of some kind. So this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius showing up here for you. What your soul is telling you is you need to be grateful with what you have. Focus on being content and happy and satisfied with all that you have in the moment. Life is not always a wish come true. If you are dissatisfied with something, don't be indulgent or materialistic. Don't be indulgent in any way. Focus on inner happiness. Think of a solution. The Queen of Swords is our solution lady. She uses the sword of discernment. Be detached, have clear boundaries, be very direct. A person in your energy might have been very direct with you. They appear detached. They are independent. They have unbiased judgment. Pretty direct. Something about this makes you anxious, or it makes this person anxious. Something's been kind of a nightmare here. These two nines are close to a completion. Something did not make you happy. You had to be detached and protect your heart, or someone else has, and it's sort of stressing you out. If it's not feeling like a wish come true and you know you need to stay detached, you or this person, and it's stressful, and there's fear or worry, depression even, keeping you up at nights. Be the Queen of Swords. That's what your soul is telling you. Don't be indulgent in any way. The Nine of Cups feels like a winning lottery ticket. Life is not always that way. They want you to be smart and think of a solution to this, or allow this Queen of Swords energy to do that. But I almost feel like your soul is saying, you know that you can't be indulgent. You know that you can't be materialistic. You know that you can't, if something isn't a wish come true, think of a good solution and practice that discernment. Yes, it's stressful, but you can do it with a solution. Okay. Someone might have come off as detached and the truth bothered you. That's also true. The truth or their detachment bothered you. Okay, what are they doing? What's their action this week? Show me Virgo's actions this week. Knight of Swords. Seizing the moment, going out on a limb, rushing right in. You don't feel out of your depth this week, that's for sure, or you're dealing with an air sign. The Knight of Swords can come off kind of like a jerk, but he's not. He's just honest, direct. He wants action. He wants something to happen quickly. He will go right out on a limb and say what he thinks. He is like, watch me now, people. Catch me if you can. 10 of Cups in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Cups is here as well. But Ace of Cups in reverse. I think that this is surrounding a situation that you feel a really strong heart-to-heart connection with this person or this situation. But I think someone in this situation, you or this person, needs to focus on self-love and repress emotion. And it's sort of at a stalemate. You can't think of a good solution, possibly. This is about a struggling relationship of some kind where there's a misalignment. You guys don't want the same things, or it's a disconnection. It can be familial, it can be romantic, it can even be work. And someone feels the need to strike out on their own and take action. Someone this week might say or do something that makes you feel kind of hurt and a lack of long-term true emotional stability in some way. But that Knight of Swords isn't lying. He's just very brave and direct. I think you're going to be very brave and direct and move out of a situation where there's not a lot of harmony or someone else around you is. Interesting. What's happening deep within? It's like you need to be the person to take action in the situation. The Knight of Swords says, sit down. I got it. It's not going to be pretty, but I'll take the lead here. I'll put myself on the front line and I'll take a risk. You might take a risk, Virgo, or someone else might around you that, yeah, it might make things struggle, but you seem to think it's the right thing to do, or they do. Okay. What's happening deep within? What's happening deep within? King of Pentacles in reverse. And the Magician. There you are, Virgo. This King of Pentacles could be you, and it could be somebody else. I like the Magician here. The Magician is saying, I have to be the single catalyst for change in my life. I'm going to use my hands, and he is a healer, by the way, and he's a gifted healer often. Not always, but often. But this is you, Virgo. It's Aries or Virgo, and you know that deep within you're telling yourself, I need to focus. I need to be, no one's going to do it for me. I have all the tools I need to succeed. If I just focus, I have a plan. I'm going to be very calculated and do what I need to do. But this King of Pentacles energy in reverse this is a hidden factor within you or around you and someone else. A King of Pentacles is not very grounded, and he's not practical, and he's also not goal-driven and unsupportive. He's also not in any place to be in a leadership position, and he can't be very disciplined either. He's not doing well financially. Sometimes it's someone that's a little obsessive with the wrong kinds of things, and someone being very, very stubborn. You might, if this is romantic, if this is you might not be ready for something serious, and you're having a hard time being grounded in your emotions and being stable and practical, and you're like, look, I just need to work alone. And because a magician can be difficult to get into a relationship, you might be wanting to break away from this King of Pentacles energy too. This is daddy. And feeling like, you or this person is kind of maybe obsessed or focused on something for they're not being very supportive. Someone might not be being very practical or supportive about your goals. 6 of Wands in reverse. This makes you feel as though you've fallen from grace. Ego being bruised here. Or something not being all out on blast. Okay, Spirit, show me Virgo's environment. If you're a feminine Virgo, and most of my watchers are feminine, or identifies that way, you might be trying to break away from a person that you feel was very calculated about getting what they wanted in a situation, or you're trying to break away from them. Even if you're a masculine, you could be doing that. Okay. What's around them? Show me what's around them. Who is around them? Show me that person or that situation. Death. Scorpio energy. An ending, change, transformation. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not going to be generous in giving anymore. There's a lack of equal give and take between you and I, is what this person is saying. Something has to change and die so something new can grow in its place. Eight of Swords in reverse. This person is not all trapped in their head about it either. This person wants to end a situation where they believe there was a lack of equal give and take, and they do not want to feel as though their hands are tied or they're all trapped in their head, feeling like the victim in a situation. They want to be open to a new perspective and see the truth and see the light. They don't want to do this. They're trying to do this. Tell me a little bit more about this person. One more, and then I'll clarify this person. The Tower in reverse. This person does not want to let the tower fall either. This person does not want to deal with any huge disruptions or have any sudden awakenings. If something like that has happened, they're either trying to recover from it. I think that they're trying to recover from it. Or they're not going to let themselves be trapped in their head in a situation. And this person also is avoiding disaster at this point. If something has blown up between the two of you or in their lives, and that's happened repeatedly to this person, they're not allowing for an awakening that sudden chaotic change brings. So we've got a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This person just doesn't want to be trapped in their head. They can't really be giving in this situation, or there's been a lack of equal give and take. I think they feel kind of bad about it. I think they're having a hard time making a big, huge change. Queen of Pentacles. I've got a King and a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Possibly a divorced couple, possibly parents, possibly not able to take a logical, practical approach. This person needs to focus more on self-care and self-love. I think you're feeling pretty grounded here. You're having a hard time feeling grounded too, Virgo, and I think you feel like you've needed to be the single catalyst for change. You're both being a little stubborn. Yeah. What's Virgo's emotion? This Queen of Pentacles is focused on taking care of themselves. They're getting out of a serious relationship or struggling to be in a place of serious commitment. What's Virgo feeling? The Devil, Capricorn here. Well, you might be letting your shadow side get the better of you, Virgo, and you don't even know it. Okay, this is restrictions, insecurities, addiction, desire even. Something not good for us that chains and binds us to something. Watch for obsessive thinking or behavior. You're fearful of that as well. Two of Swords in reverse. You can't think of a good solution to something either. You feel like you're walking on a tightrope and you're afraid you might fall. If any of you are working on a roof or up on a building this week, please be careful. This is a symbol of possible falling and injury. Two of Swords in reverse. It's kind of at a stalemate here, but you're bound to something. Okay, something not good for you in a situation that's not, it's sort of at a stalemate too. You're confused. You're worried about being at a stalemate, and you're worried about the energy of that Capricorn energy. Capricorn is great. The Devil in the upright when it's Capricorn is, look, these are the things we're obligated to here in life. And Capricorn knows how to balance playfulness, hedonism, and what they're bound to that are their obligations all at once. But the rest of us have a hard time with that Devil energy. It turns into our demons, and we don't face the demon. We just play it out and we don't realize it. Okay. What's the final outcome? Don't let your insecurities get the better of you if you're not dealing with anything like desire or an addiction or a restriction. Knight of Wands in reverse. Sporadic, on again, off again bursts of passion here. Not able to move forward consistently with passionate drive. The High Priestess in reverse. Who's this? This is a Pisces or a Libra. It can be a young little girl we incessantly chase. That's the worst case scenario. But this is feeling completely out of touch with something, not able to hear our intuition. I have a healer and a High Priestess in the reverse here. So a magician and a High Priestess. These are two energies within us or around us that could really explore and study something and make their way in the world, learning about their power, learning about their intuition. I'm seeing two sides of you, or a relationship happening here where watch for, okay, if this is relationship, watch for somebody being a player and caving into pure promiscuity and then ghosting you, because the high priestess in reverse can often be a young woman that absolutely lives to make you chase her. Don't get involved in anything like that. It's not good for you. Because the high priestess in reverse, if it's nothing like that, she can keep a secret and she withdraws into silence, and suddenly that's frustrating. That can be within you. Person could have been disconnected from you, or you've disconnected from them, or a part of yourself. Work on what you're passionate about and find that passionate adventure of Sagittarius, like the Knight of Wands is. This is scattered and hasty and feeling kind of frustrated. If you listen to your intuition and you think about what excites you and what drives you and what you're passionate about, and what you can safely express passion towards moving forward, you might be able to begin to feel more comfortable exploring and studying something with your brain and with your hands. Yeah, just embody this Queen of Swords energy where you come up with a good solution, and it's great to take action. It might upset some things emotionally, but if it will bring you to a place where your high priestess comes out, that might be for the best. I don't need to clarify any of this. Just remember that you are able to heal a situation if you know what your intentions are. This Queen of Swords energy within you or around you could help you with a solution. There is a possibility here if you elevate and raise your standards, lighten up, and focus on attracting success. Successful people attract successful situations and other successful people. Confident people that know their own self worth and believe in themselves and focus on what they're truly good at and have a good plan and can operate out of confidence will attract that. I think one of the things you just need to work on is lightening up and operating out of a place of clarity. Also, when I see the Nine of Cups in reverse and white in reverse, Virgo, this isn't true for all of you, but some of you are indulging in something physically with either your food or activity that's not good for your body, and you need to flush out some of those toxins. I'm hearing that's just a health message I heard. Don't avoid healing either. There are enormous possibilities when you do that, and definitely to continue to break free from negative relationship cycles that impoverish you in some way. Definitely. Okay, Virgo, that's your reading for the 20th through the 27th. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it helps you moving forward. This will just be what happens if you sleepwalk through life. You can make changes here and course correct, right? I hope you guys have a great week, though. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Virgo. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.